Okay, so the weapons should be anywhere inside a camp, I believe.
Yes.
So any of those free camps back along the road where we were will count. So if we just poke our noses in this one. Don't need the wargs, but if they attack, I'm not going to say no to a few extra things for my Slayer Deed. So yeah, there's a couple of racks. Just interact with these. There should be plenty enough scattered around.
I almost say you could interact with the.
He's next to a warg, so sod it. AoE time. And what else have we got? There's a couple more over there, so I'll come help you guys with that. I think that guy's pulled anyway. That's 3 of 5. This would be 4. That'll be 5.
I need 3 marks.
So the problem is, yeah, that the Moria Riders will count as goblins, so they shouldn't count.
The emissary will count as.
The emissary is technically a goblin. So unless they're playing hard and fast with the term orc, which they have been known to do in other parts of the game, then theoretically they should not count. But if you see some fat orcs outside here, you might as well.
The way they're over here.
God damn it, stuck on a slope. There we go, that's 5. So we might as well just run up the hill. Here's another one. But once we're done with the orcs, I'm going to map straight back to Haldir.
You realise that the emissaries are called Moria Orc emissaries. So they are definitely orcs.
They've changed the Steed of the Hammerhand icon. It looks like a pig.
Okay.
So, is it a bit dangerous with that goat? I mean, if he turns his head too much, he's going to like either empower you or take you out.
They're actually my brains, like my handlebars.
They're very high for handlebars.
Yeah.
It's like racing handlebars.
Yeah, racing handlebars. Yeah. Back in the Sengoku period, this is how everyone used to ride their horse. You don't believe me? Watch Sengoku.
I thought you were going to say ride their goat. I was going to say I'm pretty sure in ancient Japan they didn't ride goats.
If you don't believe me, go watch Sengoku Basara and watch how the Date clan ride their horses. Totally like that. In fact, some of them are such hipsters that don't even hold the reins / handlebars.
When you race, do you also back your nearest rival into the pack?
No, I'm not quite as bad as those tanks. I throw shells at them, knock them off the racetrack, but I don't back them in the pack in the Ricardo.
Fatty Orc. Completed Orc Slayer already. Really nice. But now we need 200 of the advance. Now, thankfully, I think this is one of obviously many throughout the game where they reduce the deed requirements, so it's a lot better these days. So
yeah, the great deed grind anti-patch.
Yeah, that was
this one
glorious.
It wasn't that bad. This one, right. It was worse.
So, I believe that's all my quests done. So,
actually, this one hasn't changed. It's still 100, 200. That's what it's always been.
You sure?
Got 100 already.
I could have sworn it was more.
No, it was
like 150, 300.
120.
Yeah, I think it was 100, 200.
But anywho, Book 6. Talk to Haldir. I'm calling back over. So Haldir's going to say, well played.
You have my thanks. We do not allow
What business have
outsiders
you
into
with
the
the Lord
Golden
and
Wood.
Loiters? It's just like, well, let me tell you, son.
And then we talk, and then we can go to the Shadowed Refuge.
So yeah, he's now saying that the Lady Galadriel sent a small party of elves into Moria, following the tidings of Frodo and company, who basically said, Moria's in a bad state. There's lots of bad things in there.
Can you clean it up whilst we're gone? Thanks.
Pretty much, yeah. Go back in there and clean it up. We barely got out of there with our lives, but just send in a clean-up crew, please.
Yeah, thanks in advance. Yeah.
So Howard is now going to send us back into Moria, down to the Shadowed Refuge in the Foundations of Stone. So that's our cue to go back down there and start questing and doing some of the epic quests around there now. So we will archive that away just for now. And these 4 elves that we've got here.
Servants of the enemy cannot pass the bounds of Laurelin.
So
will you aid the Galathrine?
We've got to set fire to orc barricades.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
Are you doing that one? Are you doing those bits first, or are you going to run the arrows up?
No, I'll do those bits first. Run the arrows as the last bit.
Because you can't do anything else while you're carrying the bloody arrows.
I know, I wasn't sure if you'd run back and run those quests in first.
I mean, you could do it that way as well, and if we're going back or whatever, but whichever way you do it, it's going to be shit. So.
Yeah. Sweet lad round here.
So yeah, we need to kill 4 of those random waylayers that are just wandering around. We need to set fire to the barricades.
Handing at Achidastel first after burn the filth inside
of
camp.
Yeah,
yes.
I couldn't remember what you had to do for the other one.
Make sure you hand in both at Howdy's, Flair and Achidastel.
Yeah, and then these 4 quests all get stapled together, so like the first part and the second part get stapled together to become just one quest that is a daily repeatable.
Which you get for that. Don't meet the requirements of getting into.
How'd I go so far past the bloody crossing? Whatever.
The waylayer up here, yes. But
you're going to waylay the waylayer.
Oh, such meta.
Yep. So I do like the Lothlorien music. And the Moria music's pretty cool. But the Rohan music's the best.
Rohan's one of the worst regions.
I like it.
Welcome
Questing
to the Golden Wood.
It's better than Gondor,
Hail,
sir.
stranger. If you are rested, I have a request of you.
I quite like it.
Because half it involves like blue Warsteed and Warsteedish shit.
Oh no! I don't want... Oh fuck this one, I'm doing the arrows first. Sod it.
Picked up the arrows.
He picked up the arrows.
I mean, I could cancel this, but fuck it. I picked it up. I'm going to do it on principle now. So, yeah, sadly, I have to carry this bundle of arrows from Echedandastul all the way back up to Meckham Bizru, right at the bloody doors of Moria. So this is going to be 5 minutes of me just babbling on, sadly without drunken hobbit
Can we,
voices.
like, speed it forward with some Benny Hill?
I could. But then, yeah, I'm totally going to get a copyright strike for that. So, which is really the sad thing about when it comes to Rohan, because the Rohan music is great, but because the Rohan music was sold on Amazon, they've only like fairly recently. I say fairly recently. It might have been like about a year ago now. Actually started claiming that for copyright reasons.
Sorry, I thought it tagged it. You pulled it. You deal with it.
Did I, Hal?
You pulled it.
I didn't. It just attacked me instead of you.
Uh-huh.
It attacked you because it has your axe buried in its skull.
Well, you have fun with them, Benji. I'll be on my way now.
Isn't there other barricades in here?
There should be plenty of barricades everywhere.
And maybe there isn't.
But actually, what I might do, instead of actually, if we're coming back, I could start doing the quests on the road back down. So
yeah, that's good.
This may actually have been sensible.
It doesn't really matter too.
And the problem is this. Oh, sod it. The problem is the waylayers. If he aggroes on me and hits me, it's going to slowly chip away at my blue bar for my bundle of arrows, and I don't want that going so low that I get right to the end and then fail the quest.
It's very slow chipping, though. It won't do much.
True.
He's flying solo. He's flying solo.
Okay, we need to go up to the next camp.
Yep.
Oh god, there's one coming over the hill.
More barricades over there.
No barricades in here.
No more barricades.
Yeah, actually might work out right for you, Bal.
Yeah, but all we'll do is
Oh,
we'll just go
hello.
to Dolphland, and then we'll map back down. We'll horsey back down, grab arrows, and wander.
I'm giving this orc waylayer a workout. He's trying to chase me.
I'm just thinking that Bal's way's more efficient, but hey.
It wasn't deliberate. It was totally by accident, but yeah. There we go. He's gone.
There he is. The little
You know, we
hobbit.
needed
Don't
one
run
more
me
way layer,
down.
and there was a way layer there.
I had 4, sorry.
He was resetting
Oh, well.
though.
He was resetting, I know. Because
Yeah, 'cause he
Balthelion
was chasing
consider it.
Let's be
Look at
honest,
this
there's still going to be millions of them.
Run him over!
Run him down!
Run him
Run him
down.
Sidestep,
down!
sidestep. Dodge, dodge.
Ride!
Take it down.
Ride now! Ride to ruin! And Bal's ending!
Yeah, I'm just going to run along the road. It's a bit safer. Someone started this conjunction.
Quick cut to the Lord of the Rings compilation where it's got the sheep instead of the Rohirrim.
That was so funny. I don't know why even YouTube had decided that I needed to watch that, but it was alright.
What, the Ride of the Rohirrim?
No, it's like the Lord of the Rings compilation. It's like someone like making a really trolly Lord of the Rings video, and like it's got Théoden doing his speech, and then when the Rohirrim like shout back, instead it cuts to a bunch of sheep barring,
charging through a village.
and then yeah, like the Rohirrim charges them like charging down like through through the village street.
Okay. You have to link me this later. I need to understand whatever this nonsense is.
Really?
Oh, there we go. I'm nearly there now.
Then I'm pretty certain there's a bit of like Frodo and Sam talking, where like it like just sits there, like where
Wow.
someone says Frodo and someone says Sam.
I linked you that video the other day of every Frodo and Sam in the entire trilogy, and my god, that was a long video.
Like
I
half an hour.
don't think
It
I
was
watched
like
that thing.
it was literally like about 3 minutes of Frodo and Sam before we even got halfway through Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
It's just like, my god, you know, they say it that much.
Hail! What brings you to Lorien?
It's still not as funny as how much Orlando Bloom trolls the camera in any scene he's stood in the background.
Just
Just staring directly at the camera, having a staring
like,
competition,
you know,
not blinking at all.
Moon walked in and out
Yeah.
of the shot. behind like Théoden. You know, just like
I haven't seen
trolling in and out.
If the viewers haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube or something. Or like you can get some pretty amusing.
I hope someone's put music to this with Michael Jackson. Or not?
And unknown to the gathering.
What is that meant to be? Moonwalking music?
I can't remember the
Except
song.
Benji can't seem to remember what the movie
I can't
music
remember
was.
the song names from like before my time.
He probably
my time.
moonwalked to many songs.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson isn't it the classic?
It's such a
It's
classic.
before
Benji
Benji's
can't
time.
remember what moonwalking is.
Right. So we need to burn orc filth in a campfire. So any campfire inside an orc camp will do. But sod it, this one's closest.
Gonna be visiting them all anyway.
It's also the busiest one, but whatever. I can carve through these orcs like a knife through butter. So
No, cake.
well, if we're doing
Cake
if we're doing
Like
the
carving
Sabaristan,
a cake.
Like a cake through butter. How does that work?
yeah.
Even now I could carve through.
Oh, for the
Cutting
fuck,
through a
fuck.
cake. Hey, guys, do you want to do the quests all again for 700 rep each time? This time?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Seems like good deal.
Oh god. That was doing quite a bit of damage.
Good deal. Limited time only.
That's just flop. I don't trust this guy. I don't want to have embarrassing death. I've had a good day so far. I haven't died. I don't know that now. And just as I say that, another guy sneaks up behind me. You have trespassed, sir. Go away. Right. So we're going to burn the orc filth in this campfire. It doesn't have to be this one. It could be a campfire in any of the camps. Return to Dimrill. We need to defeat a few more waylayers. There's a couple more barricades. So the barricades are outside all of the different encampments. So you can just pick any 5. There happens to be a few more here. There's a waylayer to my left, so I'll bag him in a second. Lag. There we go. Lag. Lag. Come on. There we go. That's 2. There's another fat bugger over here. And how many barricades do I need? I need 2 more, so there should be 2 outside the second encampment over here. We'll just... Oh, god damn it. I didn't mean to pull you. but since I have.
Gets the die for his trouble.
Yep, there we go. Where are we going? There's another waylayer here if I can pull him before he goes too close to anything else. That'll be the fourth one I need.
Oh well, now it's my turn to have the really, really fun, adventure.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, I'm loving it already.
Tell
me more.
Make sure you use the auto run key. That's numlock for anyone that doesn't know it. Unless you've changed it.
Mine's rebound to R.
Yeah. So what did you put reply on, or did you just get rid of reply?
Get rid of it.
Okay. I just always found it annoying.
Because you just hit forward slash R.
That's bad, yeah.
Like any chat shortcut of what channel you want to be chatting in.
I'm calling back. I can hand in this quest.
What news from abroad?
One last quest.
Howdy's actually got
A
another
shadow
quest.
falls beyond Lothlorien, against
How
which
do you
we
want
must
you to
be
polish his
prepared.
dick?
I'll do it once minute go to Mirkwood.
He wants to show you his melon logs.
Haldia has a thing for hairy toes and hobbit women.
Time for the Great Arrow Run 2016.
Well, luckily for him, I'm just such a hobbit lass. Okay, so I now get the Aiding the Elves 1 quest. So this is the repeatable one. So we've got the little green recycling icon.
It's so painful.
We ain't doing that, so we'll just ignore that. Howdo is going to tell us that now, because we've done these quests for his brothers and helped defend the woods, he's going to give us Book 7, Chapter 1.
You are welcome within Lothlorien.
Which
and
he
may
strongly
visit the
recommends
hill
you
of
don't do
Kirin
until
Amroth.
afterwards, but whatever.
Wait, until we've done Book 6, but we've done Book 6, haven't we?
No.
No.
Are we
Because
still on
book,
that?
book 6 is Shadow Refuge now.
Okay, well, we'll leave that for now then. Why didn't he give me this before then?
Because you needed to the gating still exists of being friends
Oh, friends with the Galadrim.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, talk to this
Servants
other
of the
guy.
enemy cannot pass
Which
the
again,
bounds
you
of
normally
Lorien.
wouldn't have the problem
The
with.
Lord and
Because
Lady have need of your services.
You'd do book 6, wouldn't you? You'd get the 10k rare. And
By
then
doing it, yeah, and then do it.
immediately be able to pick up 7.
So we've got Aiding the Elves 2, which again is another repeatable. You're obviously going to see the pattern here. They're all called Aiding the Elves 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just take that just so they're not going to show up on our radar, but we're not going to do those. And if we head over back, what is this? Oh, that's Howdy's quest. That's okay. Head back over to Echadandastal. We can hand in the other quest. We've also got a deed as well to let us know that we need friend status in order to get into the city of Caras Galadhon. So yeah, you need to be able to do Lothlorien based quests, not necessarily quests in Lothlorien, but quests for the Lothlorien Galadrim faction in order to gain those reputation. Or if you don't have access to Lothlorien content, and then at a later point in the story where you physically need to get inside the city for the epic story, there's various ways that it either ports you in or you have to climb up a rope instead of going through the main door and stuff, so you can still do the epic story. You're not going to be gated behind that. You don't have to purchase it to do the epic story.
Not exactly difficult to get it though.
It's not difficult, but if you don't own the region, it's going to be pretty much impossible.
I suppose, yeah.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
So hand that in.
You aid the Galadhrim.
He'll give me Aiding the Elves 4.
Welcome
She's going to give me
Lorien.
Aiding the Elves
May I
3.
have a word with you?
There is a man over here, a dwarf even.
I don't think it's until Volume 3 that you have to actually sneak into Caras Galadhon, and that's because you need
Yes,
to Nona there and then...
because you need to
meet
see
up with
Nona, yeah. Whereas all of the ones for Book 2 you actually get ported
Get
into
put into
an instance, so
Yeah.
rather than going in the city proper.
Stay a moment.
So this evil dwarf here wants us to hunt protected deer in Lorien for deer meat, which, as it will warn you, will give you decreased reputation with the Galadrim, which makes them very upset. So if you want to be nice to the beasties and keep the elves happy, don't do this quest. Or if you just want to be an arsehole or get some of the fat loots,
The problem is
it's a pretty nasty looking axe. The knife's a bit poo, and
But there's comparatively an elf who tells, you do have the option of, grassing him up, essentially, and you get rewards for, spragging on him.
yeah, which is quite funny. So But he's inside Lothlorien proper, so we'll come back another day and do him. But I think that's...
Alright then.
The elf is still here.
What elf?
Yeah, the elf's actually in the camp. But the elf you have to take a report to is elsewhere.
Oh, so
Right. I've never done that right before.
Yeah.
I just thought it was talk to her and...
We cannot wait for the darkness to abate.
I do not know what you two spoke about, but my heart tells me that my people are right not to allow Asmund beyond the borders of Lothlorien. Yeah, because he wants to murder all the creatures. But yeah, I think you had to accept the dwarf quest to see her, then you can pick up this quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the title Protector of Elven Values, so it's more interesting. I don't think the poaching quest actually gives you a title, does it? So.
Nope.
So there's no point doing his quest, basically. It's lose-lose all around, unless you really like those weapon cosmetics, but they're shit, so...
did hear someone tell me years ago, I don't know if it's true, that if you do the poaching quest all the way to the end, you get Poacher of Elven Values or something. Or of the Elven Wood.
No idea.
I don't know for sure.
But you do also, perhaps more importantly, get 3 gold leaves out of this, which is quite nice. They're not extremely rare to get, like some of the later barter currencies are for the rare currencies. But yeah, we can take that, but we have to speak to someone at Imlad Laleif, which is much
Far
further.
side.
Yeah, it's right at the bottom east, isn't it? Yeah, down
It's on the far side.
down there on the banquet lawn. So that'll be much later for us to do. But I believe that's it for
Dimrill Dale.
Dimrill Dale. There we go.
And now we get
what's
to go
called now.
back into Moria for fun.
So yeah, so now it's going to be back into Moria, if I can bring it up on the map, and we can actually do the Foundations of Stone area and follow the epic story along with there. But yeah, I think we'll stop there and probably record that another day. So until then, see you guys later.